Hello and welcome to Into the Dragon Den with me, King of Dragons. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. If you're new, thank you for joining me on Into the Dragon Den, a series where I talk about whatever's on my mind. It can be about action figures, movies, comics, TV shows, anything you want to hear me talk about, I will talk about it. So welcome to this episode. So what's on the agenda today? Well, actually we do have a few topics we need to get through. For starters, my sale page is now live, so if you guys are interested in purchasing some action figures that I am trying to get rid of, it is on my Facebook page, so go ahead and check out my for sale album. All the prices are listed on each individual picture, so if there's something you would want to purchase, just shoot me a message on either Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it. I'm active on all three. Mostly on Instagram, so if you have an Instagram account, message me there just telling me, hey, I'm interested in whatever figure you're interested in, and I'll probably get back to you fastest. If you want to message me on Facebook, you can. It's going to take me a while to get to it, so yeah, Instagram is probably going to be the best bet, and Twitter is probably going to be the worst place to get me, because I'm not really too active on Twitter. Mainly on my days off do I spend time on Twitter, but for the most part, it's mainly Instagram and Facebook. So, what do I want to talk about today? Well, topic number 2 is actually something we've been talking about for quite some time now. It's Daredevil, Born Again. I gotta say, episode 4 was really bad. Okay, so I might be exaggerating a little bit, but episode 4 was bad. And I mean, it was bad. Like, the writing was terrible. That episode sucked. It straight out sucked. I mean, it had a few good things about it, but yeah, that episode was terrible. And I think part of the reason is that it stemmed from Disney trying to push modern day politics onto its audience. How does a 60-time convicted criminal complain that they spend more money incarcerating me than housing me? Like, I can't get behind a character like that, man. Like, that's not a character you want to get behind. He's in the wrong. He's stealing, and you know, he was complaining that his welfare, or was it food stamps? One of those got taken away from him. Again, this guy is a leech on the system, and he's complaining about going to jail? Again? I mean, that was just terrible. I don't even know why that was even included. Like, get that off my screen. And Kingpin continues to not be Kingpin. Although there were some slight glimpses of it at the end of the episode, but we need to see action. I want to see more action in this show. I mean, the first 10 minutes, very good, but now it's turning into Disney slop where there's absolutely nothing going on. Nothing happened in this episode, and you can possibly skip this episode with nothing of value being lost. I don't even know if Muse did anything No, Muse didn't even do anything. Muse was just carrying people, and it kind of just teased Muse. That's it. Like, this episode was bad. I didn't like this episode. They could have wrote something much better. We need to see action in Daredevil Born Again, because that's the one thing that the Netflix show had. It had character, it had emotion, and it had action. This episode lacked all of that, and here's hoping episode 5 is better, because man, episode 4 was a complete waste of time. I don't need to sit through therapy with the Kingpin and his wife. I don't need to see Matt Murdock feel sorry for a guy who was incarcerated 60 times and then complain that, oh, they spent more money doing this than feeding me, and blah, 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 blah. That, get that off my screen. We don't need to see that in a TV show. Yeah, that episode was utter trash, and do better, Disney. Netflix never got this bad, but do better. Okay, but anyway, on to my next subject. It's something I wanted to talk about, and it's mainly action figure lines that I've fallen out of favor with, and you can tell what action figures I actually do more of by my reviews. Right now, I'm kind of on a WWE high. It's WrestleMania season, so I want to try to get more wrestling videos out there, because you guys seem to like it. My Rock and Hogan videos have done a lot of good views, and my Solo Socorro video, that's also getting good views, so it's clear that you guys do like my wrestling videos. I do apologize for neglecting that part of my channel for a while, but it's just that my new schedule, the way I do things, it doesn't really lend myself to doing 5 videos a week anymore, so I gotta decide what I want to do, and it does come in conflict with, I want to review this, but this just came in, and which one do I think is going to do better? You know, it's just what it is, and it's not that I stopped collecting action figures for wrestling, it's just that I just haven't got around to doing videos, but you guys seem to like it, so I'm going to do more of them, and that's what brings the views to my channel, so we'll keep doing it. You guys also tend to like my unboxing videos, because my Yujiro and Godzilla videos are doing good. So, yeah, we're going to keep doing unboxing videos and wrestling videos. And I talk about wrestling because that's actually one toy line I've kind of fallen out of favor with. It's the AEW line. It's really hard for me to say that those figures are worth the price of admission, because most of the time these figures, they're not that good. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it, because I do have a Kenny Omega here right on my desk, and you know, the face sculpt, it's okay. It could be better with paint, and I guess the torso articulation is pretty good, because it does have the double jointed elbows and the ball joints in the waist and the upper torso, so those are good. It has a hinge in the neck, which is better than what Mattel is doing. But then when we get to the lower legs, it kind of falls apart, because their legs don't kick forward all the way up, and to get them out, they kind of kick off to the side. There are some figures that can get them going straight up, but on average, these figures, they just kick off to the side. And the character selection is another thing that bugs me about the AEW line. It's few and far between that we get a new character. I mainly try to collect the women action figures because they have the most sculpt to them, and the detailing on them is pretty good, and for the most part they do look pretty nice. But the male figures, I'm tired of seeing Kenny Omega, Jon Moxley, the Young Bucks, and Chris Jericho in every other series. It's like we get a Young Bucks, we get Chris Jericho, we get Jon Moxley, we get Kenny Omega, and then we get like 1 or 2 new characters. And then the next series, it's another Kenny Omega, it's another Young Buck, it's another Jon Moxley, it's another Chris Jericho, and maybe 2 new characters. It gets to the point where the variety isn't there, and you can make the argument WWE does the same thing with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, but they get their own little dedicated series. They're either in the top picks or the best of the year, and they're not thrown into every other series. I think right now CM Punk is kind of being thrown into every series, but he's kind of popular. But yeah, we do see a variety of characters, and they do get updated attires, but I mean, we've only gotten, what, 1 Ty Conte and 1 Anna Jay, when they have had like 18 to 24,000 different costumes, but let's make another Young Bucks. That's what the people want to have. And that kind of does infuriate me and turns me off to the line. And the quality of plastic also seems to be bad. The last AEW figure I got out of package, I didn't even feel like reviewing it because it felt very cheap. I'm not gonna lie, the plastic is very cheap. It's shiny, it's glossy. It feels like if I were to drop this from like 3 inches, the plastic would just shatter. It's not good quality plastic, and that does turn me off from buying the toy line, because I want to like these figures, I want to have them in my collection, but when the figures feel like they're dollar store action figures and you're paying $20 for them, that's bad. In fact, I think the last Target exclusive figure I bought from AEW, I bought it on clearance for $5 and I still felt like I paid too much for it. Don't buy AEW figures at retail for retail price. Like, get them on sale. They're really not worth the price of admission at this point. And AEW has been making figures for 5 years now, so they really got to step it up and change a production line, because I don't want 87 different Young Bucks, 47 Jon Moxleys, and 90 Chris Jerichos when Powerhouse Hobbs has only had 1 action figure. Let that sink in. We have gotten 1 Powerhouse Hobbs and we've already gotten like 20 Young Bucks. It's outrageous. I don't want to see that, and hopefully Jazzwares learns, but they won't. It's been 5 years, so that's something that's been bothering me. And another toy line I've kind of fallen out of favor with is the DC Multiverse McFarlane line. It's kind of sad because DC is one of my favorite properties, and I was really hyped when McFarlane started the DC line. In fact, you can actually go back and watch me make a video about my excitement for the DC line and all the possibilities, and I was really hyped, but now I can't find myself getting excited to buy McFarlane figures. I don't know what it is. It's not that they're bad figures, it's just something about them changed, and I can't quite put my finger on it. I think my excitement for the line kind of died down when they introduced the collector line, because that just feels like a way to charge an extra $10 to a figure. And then they made Wonder Woman a one and done, like they're not going to make Wonder Woman anymore, and I missed out on Wonder Woman, so I'm never going to complete the Justice League line unless I decide to drop $150 for Wonder Woman. That's outrageous. Why? She's a popular character. Re-release her. Make her again. But I don't know why they don't want to do that. It's odd. And then we don't see any mainstream lines anymore from McFarlane. It's like we get 1 or 2 action figures that will be at retail. But then like everything else is an exclusive. You want Green Lantern, you gotta go to Target or Walmart. You want this one character, you gotta go to Target. You want this character, it's only available on Amazon. And it gets tiring when you're waiting to pre-order these figures and within 5 minutes they sell out. That's horrendous. I don't want to put up with that. And whenever they announce something, I'm like, okay, cool. Now what? I'm never going to find it. I'm never going to see it at retail, and I'm never going to pre-order it because the pre-orders sell out in like 3 minutes. It's just, it takes me 3 minutes to log on to my phone to get the page going, and by the time I check out, they're sold out. It's just one of those things that I just don't want to put up with it anymore, and I'd rather spend my money on something else. And right now I am spending my money on WWE figures instead of McFarlane figures, because they're easier to get hold of. I can actually order them on Amazon. I can find them at retail. I don't have to go to a specific store to find one figure and hope that somebody hasn't bought a case of it. It's bad business sense. McFarlane was doing really good at the start, making everything readily available. You could find whatever character you wanted wherever you shopped. It didn't matter if it was at Walmart, Target, Sam's Club, Costco. It wouldn't surprise me if McFarlane makes a Costco exclusive figure. And it just makes collecting that much more unenjoyable. Like, I want to have a challenge to find something out in the wild, but if I can't find it, I want the ease to be able to order it online, and I don't have that luxury with McFarlane, and that's kind of what's turning me off from the DC Multiverse line. And next year we'll just see what the future holds for the DC Multiverse line, because Mattel is getting the rights back, and I do want to do a separate video on that and voice my concerns and my hopes. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at in this episode of Into the Dragon Den. My sale page is up, so if you want to go check that out, check it out on facebook.com/KingofDragons5000. I really am trying to get some things out of here so I can make room to actually live in my room again. So anything you buy, guys, it really does help me a lot, and I'm trying to work on pricing to make it affordable for collectors. I'm not trying to scalp you guys. It's just one of those things that I need to sell them. If you want them, buy them. Daredevil episode 4 was trash, and hopefully they get better. If not, I'm gonna tune out and I'm not gonna come back. I was looking forward to this show, but Disney is pushing me away with their agenda. I don't want agenda-driven television. I want television that keeps my interest. And then we talked about my loss in passion for AEW figures and McFarlane Multiverse figures. If there's a subject you guys want to hear me talk about on the next episode, leave me a comment. I'm really interested to know what you guys want to hear me talk about, because I do enjoy coming on here and letting you guys into my mind a little bit just to get my thoughts out there. It really does help out a lot. So if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. And if you did, leave a comment with a word. What are we going to do today? You know what? We'll do Omega. If you made it to the end of the episode, type in Omega down in the comments. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed my rambling. And until next time, I'll see you on the next episode of Into the Dragon Den.